What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Park Visions, and the Halloween season is upcoming, and it's one of people's favorite seasons of the year. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a walkthrough and telling you some important info on what you have to know for Howl-O-Scream here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. But if you want to see more stuff like this from Park Visions, make sure to hit that like button, to subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And if you want to see more content like this from Park Visions, make sure to go check out my other socials down below if you want to see more content from Park Visions. Enough talking. Let's get straight into today's video. All right, so now we're gonna get into obviously the good info for the event. Howl-O-Scream USA, today's #1 theme park event, returns of 500 houses, 6 territories, and 4 sinister shows with 2 new houses, 3 unseen territories, 2 new shows. Guests can experience the adrenaline-filled experience on select nights from September 5th to November 2nd. But we are here for the Howl-O-Scream details. So Busch Gardens returns with the menacing scares and more screens than ever before beginning September 5th. Take scares to the extreme with 500 houses, 6 territories, and 4 sinister shows. Complete with 6 booze bars and bites to fill the fear, tackle with night's frights. Beyond the Heights, guests can take their horror to new heights with nighttime rides on 10 world-class coasters, including the all-new Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. So this is a pretty cool year for Howl-O-Scream. This is a pretty cool year for Howl-O-Scream. We got a lot going, and there's some very exciting things that I'm excited to talk about. So first, we're going to be talking about the sinister shows. Like I said, there's 4, but we have 2 new ones, which is Skeletons in Your Closet. If someone wakes a tune, doesn't know why, it's because the skeletons have danced in their room. Not here to scare, but rather rock the night away. Don't worry to fret, but they're going to break of day. So this is going to be a skeleton type show at the park for the Sinister show. That's pretty cool. And then we have Spill It Celebration. The Boost showman Don Osorio and his trusted assistant Mortista seek and awaken the spirits of the long dead ancestors, channel their gifts to dazzle the world and claim the spotlight he's always craved, but can't do it alone. He will need the help of 3 special guests to summon his talents. This sounds pretty cool as well. I'm excited to see how they go with this and how well this plays at Howl-O-Scream. Now, the things that I'm very excited about, the haunted houses and the territories. Now, there's one thing in both that I'm very excited about, so let's just go straight into it. So we have 2 new haunted houses. Obviously, there's 5, but we have 2 all new ones. We have Bloodshot, a dive bar for the undead has uncovered deep within the ruins of Pompeii. A dwelling night stalkers have created their own haven, a dunk of despair stuck in the past. The taps have run dry, and the vampires need refills of A, B, and O negative. If Patreons aren't out the last call, they might be the first in line to help tap the next keg. So this is going to be a vampire-inspired haunted house, which is pretty cool. I'm excited. Now, the one that I'm very excited about is Werewolves, the Wolf's Revenge. And I'm going to tell you why a little bit later when I get towards the territory. But so for the Werewolf, the Wolf's Revenge, a all new one, we have years after silence, a creature long thought extinct from the memory have resurfaced. The accounts are all the same. Something more than human, more than animal is lurking in the forest. A causeway of carnage has led stout-hearted hunters to lair of the Lincoln. These brave souls successfully captured the creature terrorizing the forest, and they brought it to their containment facility to identify what it is and where it came from. But the hunters have quickly become hunted as this old age entity. Storybooks have broken through the chains and have unleashed the hapless humans trapped in the facility. So this is pretty cool. I'm gonna get into why right now. So here we have the territories, which in Busch Gardens form is scare zones around the park. Now we have Bavarian Bloodshed. Under the blood moon, something ancient awakes. The once merry Bavarian village has become a hunting ground where beer hall laughter has replaced snarls and screams. Mangled villagers stagger through the fog, some half human, other fully claimed by curse. The Big Bad Wolf is no longer a story, it's a nightmare that can't be outrun. Why I'm so excited for this is because if you can't tell already by the details and stuff, Werewolves, the Wolf's Revenge and Bavarian Bloodshed is a sequel of the coaster, The Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge, and a sequel of the history as well. I really like this. I don't think Busch Gardens ever done this. Mistaken me if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. I don't think Busch Gardens has ever made houses based on a sequel of an actual coaster at the park. I think this is the very first time. Now let's keep going. Disgrostique, a demonic glamour meets the infernal nightlife as the mistress of mayhem presides over a haunting haze of lights, music, and madness. This chaotic cabaret-inspired fever dream turns the Friends Village into a Grostique celebration visitors won't soon forget. This sounds pretty cool. Obviously, caution if you are sensitive and can't take like the flashing lights and stuff like that. Try to steer away from this territory. Because it is a lot of flashing lights and stuff like that that happens, and then the music and stuff like that. So if you are sensitive to flashing lights, just the haze of lights and the flashing lights, just try to steer from this territory. But this should be pretty fun. This sounds cool. And this is going to be in the France section of the park, which is pretty cool. Now we have the last one, which is Wicked Wonderland. In the twisted Alpine Village, holiday cheer, curdles and festive fear, garlands rot, snowmen sneer, and the shadow of Krampus looms large. Nestled in the heart of Germany is the whistle nightmare you won't soon escape. So we have Germany as well. We have Germany section of the park, which is pretty cool. This is going to be in the Germany section of the park. A haunted Santa creeping around the area and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, and I really like that. So now we have the No Howl-O-Scream Adventures, complete without the spectacular bites and drinks to fuel guests as they face their deepest fears. Guests can grab some liquor carnage at the booze bars throughout the park, plus the selection of spooky shops offer an array of gifts to help visitors relive the thrills of Howl-O-Scream long after the terror-filled evening has ended, which is pretty cool. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. You're going to be able to go to get some bites. You're going to be able to go get some drinks. You're going to be able to experience the houses. You're going to be able to experience the coasters. There's just a lot to do at Howl-O-Scream, and that's really why I like Howl-O-Scream, and I really enjoy Howl-O-Scream. We are not done. We are going to get into the second most important part of this video, which is a lot of like the packages for Howl-O-Scream, the skip the line, and all that stuff. So we're going to get into that right now. So we did go over the event info. Obviously, the only things are the parental thing with after 6 p.m. with small children. And then obviously Sesame Street Force of Fun, Land's Dragon, and the kids' attractions will be closed. Now, obviously, we did the haunted house stuff. We did this. We went over sinister shows. Now we're going over the eerie experiences. So Monster Stop is an awesome experience. It's when, obviously, when Jack-O-Lantern, the icon of Howl-O-Scream, him and his ghouls and his goblins and all the people a part of Howl-O-Scream come in for a street party to get ready for Howl-O-Scream, which is pretty cool as well. I really enjoy that. I did it once and it's an awesome experience. Something you definitely should take consideration of experiencing. It's definitely a great experience. This happens in the France Plaza. So if you want to experience this, definitely take priority and go to the France Plaza as early as you want. If you want great views and stuff like that of the street party. Now we're gonna go to the booze bars and bites. Obviously we went over this, but the names we didn't and the places. So the all new one is called Last Drop. That's in Italy. The Crown's Nest. That's in New France. No Stone Cold Spirits. That's in Italy Gardens. Frost Bar. That's in Oktoberfest. Bar Castle Spirits. Oktoberfest. Halloween Bar France. So Bar Castles, obviously, you can tell is Dark Castle. That's going to be in Oktoberfest. And these are all the locations for where the booze bars and bites will be if you're interested in that stuff. Now, if you're interested in photo opportunities, you can step right up and you can get up close photo opportunities with the Scare Squad, with the Howl-O-Scream Scare Squad, which is something that I think is awesome that parks do. Obviously, we got the Sinister shopping as well. Like we went over, you could go to shops to get some Howl-O-Scream gear. And this is something new as well. We had the Fiend's Frenzy 5K. So obviously it's a 5K run where people come together and they do a 5K run. This will be taking place on September 28th, 2025 at 7 a.m. in the park. So you definitely want to get there early for the 5K run. If you have registered, I think you have to register for it. So if you register for it, it will be happening at 7 a.m. And obviously they're going to have more stuff for you down the line with some scares and stuff like that for the in Oktoberfest at the finish line. Now, this is the most important part. I'm going to go through this quickly. This is personal preference. You do not have to do this. This is if you're on a short time span of time at the park, or if you only have one day at the park. Now we have the Howl-O-Scream Quick Queue Unlimited Plus. Get screens faster with a whole day of, obviously, you get the haunted houses. You get Alpengeist, Apollo, Finnegan's, Griffin, Loch Ness, Pantheon, Tepesto, Verbolten, and plus a one-time access to Dark Coast Invader and Big Bad Wolf the Wolf's Revenge. So with this, you can just go back to back to back to back with all the unlimited stuff for the coasters. And obviously you get a +1 for Dark Coast Invader and Big Bad Wolf. And you can keep going over and over and over in the haunted house if you enjoy stuff like that and you just want to keep going over and over and over. You can do that as well with the Quick Queue Unlimited Plus. If you have one day at the park, I will consider this. This is not a joke. This event gets packed, especially on weekends. This event gets packed. When I mean packed, I mean packed. The wait time's brutal sometimes. But also, we have the Howl-O-Scream Haunted House Quick Queue. Obviously, if you want the haunted house stuff, like I said, with the Quick Queue Unlimited, but this time you only get a one-time priority skip for the haunted houses. This is something you can do. Fiends, Insider Tour, and Monster Stop. You can get the Insider Tour, and you can meet the awesome guests behind. You can get reserved seating, and you can do meet and greet with the awesome people behind Fiends and Monster Stop. If that's something you want to do, if you love the shows and you're a fan of the shows, this is something you can do. It includes reserved seating and the meet and greet. Now we have reserved seating for Fiends and Monster Stop. If you don't want to do the meet and greet, if you're not a meet and greet person and you don't want to do it, but you still want the reserved seating, they did have the option for you to do reserved seating for $6 on select days. And I will say these prices depend on the day. So just take that in consideration as well. These prices can, it depends on the day that you go. And then obviously you have reserved seating for Spirit Celebration as well, for that show as well. So that's all the stuff for the Evil upgrades. Like I said, this is personal preference. You do not have to do this, but this is all the details, all the stuff that you need to know. You must know before you go for Howl-O-Scream here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, coming up very soon. We're just shy of 2 weeks away from the Halloween season starting here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which they are probably getting ready for right now. So that should be fun. But if you enjoy this stuff, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications if you want more info video like this. And that's all going to do it for today's video. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video.